as you can see, I was building a TBR cart. I really wanted one because I missed something where I could put my books, because I have 5 bookshelves over there and I wanted something to have here in my living space since this is a really small apartment. So when I saw these on Instagram and on BookTube, I was like, yes, that is something that I really love, and I want to see the books that I rent from the library or the books that I really want to read this year. So these are the books that I'm going to share with you that I want to read this year. I have to read them this year or else. So the first book is The Power of Now by Edgar Tolle. A book about how to stay in the present, how to live in the here and now, how to stop stressing over the future and stop reminiscing on your past and hating on yourself and everything, and just be here. And just be here and focus on what you're doing right now and how you feel right now. Shh. Anyways, I already picked this one up. I also had this on my TBR, but I'm not really good when it comes to TBR, so I try to avoid them, to do as much as I used to do them, because TBRs always make me go, nah, I'm not in the mood for that. And I'm a mood reader. Like, I see books and I'm like, yeah, this is the book that I'm gonna read right now. So yeah, this is this book. I really want to get to it because I think it is really going to help me to stop focusing on my future so much. Then I want to pick up Everything is Fucked by Mark Manson, and I read his book The Art of Absolutely Not Giving a Fuck, and oh my god, I enjoyed it so much. It is so good. There are some really beautiful things in there that can really help you to not give a fuck about everything, but select the thing that you want to give a fuck about. And it really helped me to just remind myself, like, okay, this is something that I can't control, so I'm gonna, you know, draw my hands from it and just let it happen the way it's supposed to happen. If you're someone who is worried about everything all the goddamn time, and that is absolutely something that you need to read. And if you're into sarcastic humor, it will be really amazing for you. So when I saw that he made a new book, I was like, I need to have this as well. So I bought this, and I love the covers that he uses. So bright, so it stands out. So I can't wait to see what I'm gonna get out of this one. It is about hope. It is about how to maneuver in this time with money and Instagram and the internet, and finding your own definition of what makes you happy, your happiness. I'm super curious. That's why it's on my TBR. Then we have the mind-blowing book The Courage to Be Disliked by Ihiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. This is so far absolutely amazing, and I was highlighting this on the train and people looked at me like I was losing my mind or something. Like, how could you do that to a book? Even though these were people that didn't read themselves, but they looked at me like, and I heard my highlighter go like, and I saw people looking like I was destroying some gold or something. Anyways, these are my books, so it's a my decision if I want to highlight or annotate or whatever with the books. I still need to annotate the parts that I highlighted, but I was like, I can't take out my annotating kit when I'm on the train, okay? So I just keep this for later. I'm reading it right now. It is blowing my mind. Oh my god, I can't tell you enough how much I think everybody should read this, especially misfits, especially people who really love to dive deep and get to know themselves. This is for you. Yesterday I also had a big revelation from this book, and I was talking to my family and things came bursting out of me that I was like, whoa, where is this coming from? And I knew where it was coming from because I read about it and I shared it with my family, and they were so open and they really talked to me. And yeah, that is something that I'm gonna be working on right now, but I didn't know, but I'm not gonna talk about it in depth. But this is amazing. The discussion is amazing. It's basically a conversation between a philosopher and like the youth. This is one person that is representing the youth, and he's asking the philosopher really sharp questions about life, about who we are, about situations, about emotions, about who we think we are, and the parts that we take on, and the personality that we think we have, but we can all change. And I always believe that people can change, but you need to be willing to do so, and you need to have that depth inside of you that you could go to a place, heal whatever needs to be healed, and really stand behind the thing that you want to be. And we can talk about hours about this topic, but yeah, this is something that is absolutely going to be a 5 out of 5 stars because it's already changing my life and I just absolutely love it. Then I picked up the new book by Joan, and it is The Knife, and it is super thick. It is so thick, but it is the newest addition to the Harry Hole series. And if you don't know the Harry Hole series, it's basically a man who's like what can I call him, a detective? I don't know if I can call him that, but he worked for the police. But he worked, I think, as a detective, and then he wanted to back out or something, but he is back. At least that is what the summary says. Harry Hole is back. The woman that he spent his life with is leaving his ass. He is back on drinking booze, even though he tried not to in the previous book that I read. So he is back on the alcohol wagon, and he's probably feeling really sorry for himself. But one day he wakes up covered in blood, and the story goes on from there. I'm really intrigued, but I'm a little bit scared because it's so thick. And for some reason, the books that are translated in Dutch are way thicker than the English ones. I also see that with The Outsider from Stephen King. It is like this in English and then it's this in Dutch, and I'm like, how is that even possible? Because it's not that hard to translate things from English to Dutch. So I don't understand. I really don't. Then we got Rockaholic by CJ Skills, and if you saw my previous video, you know that CJ Skills is one of my favorite because she's amazing, talented, and she's super funny as a narrator. So I absolutely love her. I loved her Sweet Pea and In Bloom, so I was like, I need to pick up a next book, and then I saw this and it was like 10 euros, and I was like, that is something that I need to read. This is Rockaholic. The cover is blowing my mind. It is amazing, and it's about Jodie, and she's crazy about this guy called Jackson Gatlin, and he is a part of a band. And then one day, after a big misunderstanding, he is ending up in her garage. Like, what are you gonna do when the biggest rock star is in your garage? And he doesn't want to go away. Bruh, this sounds really intriguing, really exciting to me, and I hope it is going to be as funny as her Sweet Pea and In Bloom, because I love her humor. I love it when a woman is bold with her writing, so let's go. Then we also have a follow-up from a series. It is a Joan Elena series. Joan Elena series, and you all know that I read Stalker, and now it is time for the hunting one. It is book 6, I think. I want to read this because there's already book 7, Lazarus, and I still haven't picked it up. But this will follow Joan Elena, who is spending his time in jail, and then he is going to be called by this ex-colleague, I think, help her on a case that is blowing her mind. And every time someone is being killed, there's a Kiss song being played, and I really find that freaky. So I can't wait to read this book. I'm glad this is not in an audiobook because I can't stand if it's a thriller and they're gonna play music, because that's making things even creepier. So, but have you seen how thick this one is? But anyways, this is something that I want to be finishing this year. Then another bad boy that I absolutely want to this year is The Rise and the Fall of the Dinosaurs. I think this is going to be an amazing non-fictional book. I just really want to read about my dinosaurs. Since they're not here anymore, I want to read about it. And this is basically all the information that they have on, okay, well, not all, but big part of the information about dinosaurs. I saw we already had a new book about dinosaurs in the store, but I was really good when it came to restraining myself. I first want to read this, and if I absolutely love it, then I will be willing to pick the other one up because I really want to know. Then we got After We Fell, and it is the book by Anna Todd. Have you seen how am I gonna do this year? Like, whoa, it's not so much when you, it's 800 and something pages. That is a lot. Look at it. But I really want to finish this series, and since this is the 3rd book, I think I read the fan fiction up to here. So somewhere in here, everything that happens afterwards is something that I don't know shit about. So I really want to pick this up because I want to finish the whole series, and then I want to be able to say that I absolutely loved it or absolutely hated it since I'm older now. I hope the weather is going to be better because we had so many good days, and now it's raining all the time. So this summer, Holland is Yeah, it's questionable. And since I already said that I really wanted to finish this series, this is After Ever Happy, also by Anna Todd, and this is the fourth book and the last book, and then there's the before. I already have that. Yeah, I have it on my shelf, but I didn't put it in here because I just want to finish the series, and since that is like an extra, I'm not the biggest fan of extra books. I'm like, this is the series, let me just read this, but like 2.5 or an in-between novel is just not something for me. But yeah, so we're gonna keep it at this for now, and this is, thank God, not as thick as the rest, but I hope there will be a happy ending because I don't want my heart to get broken anymore by this series. I really want to read Kumiho Wicked Fox by Cat Show. I can't wait to read this. It's, thank God, not that thick. But it is a story about an 18-year-old girl who has a secret. She's a Kumiho, a nine-tailed fox who survived by consuming the energy of men. And I think they're trying to keep her hidden, and then she meets someone. When I already heard like it's gonna be playing in Seoul, I was like hooked. I was okay, cool. Korean, hooked. I was already hooked when she was talking about a fox. So fox, cute guy, cute girl, secrets, Korea, Seoul. What else do you need? It is something that I want to read. Oh, that rhymes. Anyways, I really want to pick this up. Then we have A School of Good and Evil by Soman Chainani, and I have this on my shelf, I think ever since I started BookTube. This is like from back in the day. Yeah, this is from 2013 and I still haven't read it, even though I think this is something that I would absolutely love. This year, best friends Suri and Agatha are about to discover where all the lost children go. The Fable School for Good and Evil, where ordinary boys and girls are trained to be fairy tale heroes and villains. Hello? That sounds like my cup of tea. That sounds like something with a cup of tea. Would be amazing to just dive into this and just read this in maybe 2 nights. Yeah. Then I really have a love and hate relationship with Strange the Dreamer. Don't ask me why, but for some reason I can't get through this. Maybe this is something that I need to read before I go to bed, but when I'm on the train I can't focus because it's so beautifully written, but I have to think twice about what is being said, and that is just falling with my mind. So I'm like drifting off while reading, and it's not that it's not interesting because I really love so far what I've read, but it's just the way that it's written is sometimes so difficult for me to translate that I'm just like I need to still buy groceries and singing along with the songs that I'm listening to. So yeah, I'm too distracted to read Strange Dreamer, but I really want to finish it because I want to be able to say or because it's not something that I want to DNF for good. So I will give it a chance, but I have to be more chill, relaxed, or whatever you want to call it than what I am right now. So yeah. Then we have The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Oh, I still haven't picked this one up, but I hope you understand why. This is also slow. This is also something that I really have to sit down for. I can't see myself having this in public transport and trying to read it while everybody's just like around me. That's no. So this is going to be a book that I have to read while I'm at home, and I really want to, and I think I'm going to enjoy it because it's about dragons, it's about assassins. There's a beautiful map here, there are dragons. Like, if that is not enough information for you, I have no idea what you need. But if you're into those things, you're gonna absolutely love it. I think I will absolutely love it, but therefore I need to read it. Then I have a book. It's a really easy book. The Life as a Tragedy Comedy about humor, vulnerability, and solidarity. I have no idea if that's how you translate it, but just solo. Just being alone. Being by yourself. And it is by Tim Franzen, and it's a Dutch author. And I read articles from him, and I think his writing style is absolutely amazing. So I really want to read this because I love humor. I love to get to know more about how to be vulnerable, and I love being alone, so this is going to be perfect. Then I still haven't picked up A Why We Sleep by Rescue Walker. I still want to finish this. I really want to read it, but this is also something that I really have to be focused on, and this is going to be more like a small study and something that you're gonna annotate. At least that's what I want to do with it, than something that I will be reading on the train and just enjoy. I really want to learn why we sleep and how important it is, since I am not the best sleeper. So yeah. My god, I read this like in 2015 for the last time, and I made like this bookmark. It says read queen, and it is Jackson. I don't know if you can see it. No, can you focus on Jackson? Yay, it's Jackson, and I made it myself. I was super proud. But anyways, it is the song of Achilles, and it is a gay version instead of the original version, and I really want to read this. I want to finish this, but I never did because I moved in that time and I never picked it up afterwards, so I need to read this. So these are books on my TBR card. Now for now, I hope I will get to these books soon, and it's not that I'm just gonna read these, but then at least I am focused on what I want to be reading, and I'm seeing it every day, so I better pick it up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It is really short, but I have to go to bed since I have to have a night shift. And I will see you guys in my next. Thank you for watching. Bye.